Yeah, Eric. Well, thanks so much for having me, and congrats on the new show. Look. There's nothing. This is really as astonishing as it was predictable, right? And in my
Mhm.
situation, not only did I actually plead to something that was a complete setup, but you've actually had people who were involved in that sitting in prison right now, including people like Peter Strzok's boss, Charles McGonigal, who was sentenced over 6.5 years in prison. And I think we're going to have a lot more shoes that are going to drop now. They have people like Kash Patel at the head of the FBI, Gabbard at DNI, and of course, John Ratcliffe over at the CIA. Because I think Ben's made a very good point that these aren't isolated agencies. They actually coordinate, they work together. And if one agency is extremely corrupt, then obviously the other one is likely doing the bidding of that one. And when you have USAID involved, USAID, just based on what we have found, this was an agency, Eric, that was less than 1% of the federal budget. And its entire purpose was basically designed to basically install puppet regimes abroad, finance bizarre agendas abroad, and domestically to propagate propaganda and to attack traditional values and to write hit pieces against MAGA, President Trump, and his supporters. So when you look at this in its totality, it really shows one thing: US taxpayer dollars are being funneled or laundered to the intelligence agencies for two reasons: to cause chaos abroad and to basically interfere with our domestic politics here in the United States. And both the FBI and the CIA have their fingerprints all over them.
That's the causing chaos abroad. I have no problem with. That's a for me. That's a great idea. Cause chaos with dictatorships and communist governments. That's fantastic. We're supposed to do that. I think that was the original. I think the original mandate of U.S. aid was to promote democracy. But if you got the CIA involved, we know how they promote democracy. No problem. My problem was with when the FBI was also dipping in and pointing whatever cannons they got at people like George Papadopoulos and other Americans.
Yeah, look, that's exactly why the approval rating of agencies like the FBI are at record lows, especially among conservatives in America. The Department of Justice is seeing record low approval ratings. And this not only affects our republic and how we function as a republic, but the rule of law, how cases are actually brought in front of judges, the credibility of witness testimony, FBI agent testimony. This all goes to the hearts of our country and our laws and our Constitution. And that's why, Eric, it's so important, and why President Trump made reforming the DOJ, reforming the FBI, the CIA, rooting out the corruption and the rot such a massive campaign issue, when in normal times this wouldn't even be a discussion. This would be an afterthought. We would be talking about the border. We talk a little about foreign policy, economic policy. But President Trump made this a major campaign promise. The type of people that he's installed at the leadership levels at the DOJ, from AG Bondi to Patel to Gabbard, now Dan Bongino as deputy FBI director, he means business. And these people are patriotic Americans. They abide by the Constitution. They know the story of Russiagate inside and out. I've testified under oath to Congress, giving a lot of information about what was really going on. They're going to go after these people. We're going to restore credibility in the system. And as Americans and as America, we'll be much better off going to the future.
George, only about 30 seconds or so. Cash, I love Cash is being backed up by Bongino, which is phenomenal. I mean, you're a bad guy, or it's you better start cleaning your act up and start getting on your knees begging for forgiveness. But how does he first clean out the FBI quickly, if you don't mind?
Yeah, look, what Kash Patel, Director Patel, has to really be doing is conducting thorough investigations, an audit, if you will, right? You have Doge conducting audits all around the government. Patel has to conduct an audit. He has to investigate corrupt actors within the FBI. Look what happened just recently regarding this Epstein rollout. You've had the director, the head of the New York FBI office, forced out. This is a good first step. Continue down this process. Apply the law equally and fairly. Don't just target FBI agents or people like James Comey, but look to see if they did conduct themselves in a criminal manner. And if they did, which I believe they did, and I think you're going to see that they were doing something illegal, apply the law to them, prosecute them, make an example out of these people, and make the FBI great again, Eric. That's the only way. And I think starting like that from the bottom up, they'll restore credibility and we'll be a much safer country as a result.